welcome back.
Welcome back.
You've missed nothing. So, now that our videos will be slightly more relative due to the severe lack of timing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either. This isn't at all going up, like, tomorrow. The most behind I think we've ever been.
Yeah. Because of life.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I had our friend Rona visit me now.
Good old Rona.
It's visited you earlier, now it visited me.
I liked it better when it was the Game Grumps' Backstreet Boys reunion tour, because at least I got to go see the Backstreet Boys. They're a fun band. Dance group? What are they?
Yes.
They're not really a band, they don't play any instruments.
They are just the Backstreet Boys.
Fair enough.
See? I was right. More cutscenes.
Oh. Yo, that's fire!
Oh no.
And that's the government.
7216 in progress.
See? Told you.
Oh, we're in the human world.
Unidentified life forms.
Oh shit, okay.
Conflagration. Code 7216 over.
Maybe? No, we're still in
No,
No,
okay,
we're
not.
in the monsters world.
That would have been neat, actually. Put that thing back where it came from. So help me.
Walls and closed spaces.
Don't hit the walls. I mean, the answer is obvious. Just don't hit them.
I love when you respond with dumbass fucking remarks like that. Wow, this is obnoxious. Then just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
I've been doing that to people.
It is a lot of fun, let's be real.
Ready to descend.
Yeah, we are in the monster world.
Yeah. The secret agent government.
Stand aside. We'll get this fire put out pronto.
Think of them like the FBI, but with more murder, so the CIA.
Code 7216. Unidentified life forms sighted.
These guys are our specialty.
Alright.
Oh, no they're not. They're not heartless.
So, again, because we got some relative shit going on, Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter.
Yes, I have heard of this.
And people are having a shit fit because they have to pay $8 a month for a blue check mark.
Which, rightfully so.
Okay.
Rightfully so, why people would be annoyed, but at the same time...
Okay, here's my thing with this, because I think this is completely warranted. Here's my reasoning, right? Number one, to get a blue check mark before, you had to spend like $10,000 to buy your way into it before.
Really?
Yes, because they wouldn't give them to anyone unless they were reputable companies. Which means that if you wanted a blue check mark and you weren't like a giant multi-billion-dollar corporation, you had to just like grease some pockets to get a blue check mark.
I didn't know that.
And it was horrendous.
So, individuals who had the blue check mark had to
So
throw some money around?
anyone who had a blue check mark who wasn't like a super big name celebrity slash like big YouTuber, I mean big YouTuber,
Like
had
Markiplier.
Yeah, like Markiplier, Game Grumps big, needed to essentially pay an absurd amount of money. There was one dude who spent over $500,000 to get registered as a blue check mark on Twitter.
That is
He
so
had to
dumb.
pay a company to do the wheeling and dealing with Twitter, and then Twitter would give him the information that he needed to apply to his accounts so that they would even consider him to be reputable. And it still took him like 6 months to get it.
That is...
And cost him like fucking almost $500,000.
That is so dumb.
Yeah. Like, if you're an online personality, you'd figure like, okay, you'd go by your YouTube name, like Illegal Umbrella, right?
Yes.
No. You have to use your real name on Twitter, and if you don't, they won't even consider you eligible for a blue check mark.
I don't understand. I never understood that.
So Markiplier, see, he got his in an earlier time period, and he's so big. But technically speaking, if Markiplier had a Twitter account called Markiplier and had his username on said Twitter account as Markiplier, they wouldn't give him a blue checkmark because it's not his real name. This is how obscure and, like, minute the rules were to get a blue check mark.
This is so dumb.
Now now it's literally, you pay us $8. You pay us $8, you show us identification that you are that person, we give you a blue check mark. So much better.
Yeah, this is a way better.
It's a way better system. Now, would I ever pay $8 a month for a blue check mark on Twitter? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I mean, if I had fucking millions of dollars and I really wanted to be verified, maybe. But still, probably not.
Like, I'm pretty... like, no way in fucking hell. And then people are just like, but people can pretend to be other people now, and I'm like, you still have to show identification. They still ID you to make sure you're the person and, like, set it up. Which hasn't really stopped them, because what they do is they get checkmarked as their official person, and then they change their name and company and photo, and then pretend to be that company.
That's almost as that's really annoying.
Yeah, but, like, it's unavoidable. Like, there's no way around that unless you made it so people couldn't change their names.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
like, you can't really do that.
I mean, to change your name on Facebook's already a pain in the ass, too.
Yeah.
You know about this?
No.
So, if you get married and you want to change your name, you say, okay, I'm John Smith, but I want to change my name to John Doe, or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to send in, like, your fucking marriage certificate to Facebook.
So, yep,
And you have to prove that you've married. You have to do a bunch of other shit. I'm like, are you serious? And my friend's like, yeah, it was a pain in the ass to get my name changed on Facebook. And I'm like, that is obnoxious.
That's so interesting. Fucking, I've never actually changed my name on Facebook because I don't care about Facebook. But now that
I
I'm
would
like,
never do it.
Yeah, I'm like, that makes sense though. That it would just be a giant pain in the ass. I mean,
Mike Wazowski.
It's fine. They're all gonna be, all these social media platforms are probably gonna be dead within the next, like, 20 years, so
I don't know what you're talking
it'll be
about.
fine,
I said
but-
sarcastically.
it's fine. But, I do love it because there's just, like, the long line of, like, Elon Musk is ruining Twitter, I'm gonna quit Twitter, as they complain about it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of this whole situation.
That's what makes it really funny to me.
I'm gonna quit Twitter.
See, I follow Elon Musk on Twitter. One, because I think he's funny and a fucking loon.
No, he's a fucking nut job.
Which makes
and
him
I love it.
really funny to follow. But, like, he's literally just been taunting people the whole time, and it's the funniest shit in the world to me.
Like he should.
Dude, they're like... Everyone was like, when he first announced it, everyone was complaining about having to pay the $8 a month for the blue check marks, and fucking he just put a Twitter post, he just put out a Twitter post that would just be like, your concerns and critiques are registered, please pay $8 for me to care.
So, my favorite part of it was Elon Musk saying, like, yeah, maybe $20 to have the blue check mark. Then it was Stephen King.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's way too much money. And then Elon Musk fires back with, how about $8? That sounds like a good price.
It's so good. So the other thing about this is because everyone thinks it's Elon Musk's thing. Elon Musk didn't come up with this, by the way.
No, this was probably already in the works.
The $8 a month thing has been in the works for over a year now, and it even leaked out like 6 months ago before he even mentioned that he was buying Twitter. But
Yeah.
everyone,
But
now
no,
that
now
he's
it's
bought
Elon
it
Musk.
and he put it into the circulation, now it's his fault. Because he was the
What
one
I
who
also love
greenlit
is
it.
everybody's blaming Elon Musk for things, and it's just like the dude literally just bought it. I don't really think he has much care of the creative decisions of it.
In fairness, I will give him that. I think he cares very much about the creative decisions for it, because he is always talking about Twitter.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Even when he didn't own Twitter, he was always complaining about Twitter.
So, he probably bought it just so he could have his way with it.
That is exactly why he bought it. I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure
love
that
it.
is why he bought it, was so he could have his way with it.
I love Elon Musk. He has fuck you money,
Well, 'cause
and he
there
does
is-
exactly what you would do with fuck you money, Chris.
Oh god, dude, if I had the money that Elon Musk had, I'd probably have bought Twitter too. Fucking, yeah, he had a, because that was like their back and forth, because originally he offered them a price, but then he didn't want to pay it because he felt like there was more bots than people on there. Spoiler alert, he's probably right. And then they were like, we're gonna take you to court unless you buy it, and he was just, and so he made a
What?
post that, yeah, so he made a post that was literally just, refuses to buy Twitter because they won't tell me how many bots are on their site. Make Twitter take me to court and have to prove how many bots are on their site to sue me. Win-win.
That's just so dumb. I think you guys have a lot of bots. No, we don't. We're taking you to court.
Yeah.
What?
Well, they wanted to take him to court because he said he was going to buy it, but he's backing out of the deal for unreasonable reasons, except he put into the terms that he needed to know how many people were legitimately on the platform.
How many were real people?
Which is why that lawsuit never came out, and why Elon Musk ended up buying Twitter eventually anyways, because they probably gave him... I still think he overpaid for it, but they probably cut the fucking price down more than it was going to be to get him to actually buy it. What I love is the fact that, like, everyone was just like, if Elon Musk buys this platform, we're screwed. And then he's like, I'm not going to buy this platform, there's too many bots. And they were like, fucking idiot! He would never buy this platform, what a fucking loser! And then he bought the platform, and I'm just like, yeah, those aged really badly, didn't they?
Yeah. I love it because it's so dumb.
Like, well played. Man, it's a good thing you can grapple to random light bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a typical Twitter shitstorm, as you would expect.
Oh, I love it, I said sarcastically.
It's nothing special. What was... There has been a few, like, fake accounts, because that's been everyone's main concern, is that there's going to be, like, fake accounts and whatnot, and people pretending to be other people, and blah, 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 blah,
Hey,
blah,
I
blah,
think
blah.
that's a lucky emblem.
And it's like, the solution to that is, just don't use Twitter. Then people won't think you're a fake account, because they'll know you don't use Twitter.
I just don't use Twitter.
That's better off.
Oh.
Also, I love it, because, like, that's the other thing, is, they're just like... everyone's just like so mad that people have to pay the $8 a month for the blue checkmark on Twitter, and I'm just sitting there like, guys, it's either you pay $8 a month, or all of Twitter is probably going to be shut down for not making a profit.
Well, they're going to monetize it some other way.
It's not...
What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
I don't even think they're going to try and monetize it another way. I think Elon will just go, it was a loss. Delete.
Yeah, I can see him doing it. I can see him doing that.
Like, who cares? Not my problem. Don't give a shit. Already hate the website anyways. Bought it just to spite the people on the internet.
I love him.
Yeah, like... I mean, this is the same guy who rescued the Apollo 11? Or the Apollo 8? Which one was the one that went to the moon? With the first moon landing? Was it 11 or 8?
No. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Anyways, he... Apparently, when it came back to Earth, they just, like, left it in the ocean, and Elon spent a shit ton of money to get it out of the ocean and donate it to a library, a museum, just because.
Because fuck you. He wanted to... Because he believes that we should be going into space. Like a smart future... Somebody thinking about the future. But why would you think about the future when...
I mean,
Sorry, that got a little too real.
Derek, he's not thinking about going into the... Instead of thinking about the future, he should be thinking about how to fix our planet, instead of moving our virus to a new planet to destroy it.
Yes, agreed. But yes.
Right.
I love that, because it's just, like, people are like, you know, blah, 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 we should save the Earth that we're on. Guys, we've already done too much damage to this place.
Honestly, I don't even think we've done too much. I think we could keep going.
Yeah, we could. We could.
As I've put it before, as much as it's not the popular answer, I am a big fan of global warming. Because the only way for it to stop is if it kills us. So, it literally two birds, one stone.
Yes. Oh, yes. Mike Wazowski.
Well, that's always been my, like, main critique with people on global warming, because people who are, like, super into it are always just like, we have to do this, we have to save the planet. I'm like, no, you're not trying to save the planet, you're trying to save yourself.
Yeah.
Because if global warming did happen, humans would die, the planet would keep going. It would do just fine without us.
what I love, and it's not global warming anymore, it's called... the scientific way of speaking about it is called climate change. Because some places are getting warmer, and some places are getting colder,
Yeah.
and it's just getting a weird mess.
In general, weather in general is just getting all sorts of fucked.
Yeah. So, I'll give you an example that not everybody knows about.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know
The Muffin Man? I
Yes,
do.
the Muffin Man who lives on Newberry Lane.
Yes.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. She's married to the Muffin Man.
Dude, you're really good at that.
Yes, I know. So.
Yep.
So there's this thing called the Arctic Ring, and it's up in,
Yeah.
the Arctic.
I know of it.
So, I was explaining this to somebody like a week or two ago, and about how it used to be a circle around the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has been stretched out, and that's why North America's winters have become all sorts of, for lack of a better word, fucky.
Yeah, happens.
So, I was explaining that to this gentleman, and he was just like, holy shit, that makes a lot of sense now. And I was just like, yeah, it's not good. So, that's something that's already been getting messed up.
Yeah.
And animals,
Mm-hmm.
some animals are already adapting to it.
Yeah.
And,
As-
we wouldn't be able to, but
I mean, we don't need to.
yeah.
That's the difference.
We don't need to, that's correct.
The difference is we don't need to. We invent things to adapt. We don't need to evolve.
Yeah. So, they're just adapting to it. They're not
Yeah.
evolving into it. But it's a mess, is basically what I'm trying to say there. And that's one thing. And then there's the, I think Gulf Stream, if that's the word what I'm thinking of.
Probably. That's the
There's
one by us.
the underwater current that goes from the tropics below us it brings the warm water up to Europe, which then brings the rest of that water over to North America. And that's what keeps us warm, pretty much. So, and there's signs that might be getting weaker because the water is warming up too much and cooling off too much. And it's not great.
Cool.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
So, in other words,
We're fucked.
yeah. I mean, whatever.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Oh, I did the wrong voice. The Muffin Man? Yes, the Muffin Man! She's married to the Muffin Man! She's married to the Muffin Man.
You are really good at that.
I've seen that scene way too many times.
Like, the voice is, like, spot on.
Oh, yeah. It's... I can do some voices, but that is one of the voices I can absolutely do!
Yeah.
The Muffin Man!
Sure, nice job, Saul.
Man.
Seriously, if I didn't know any
So
better,
all my voices are
I'd say
dumb.
you ain't from the place.
If you ever needed the gingerbread man, Chris, I got you.
Yeah.
It's not much farther.
Dude, I wish I was one of those crazy talented people that can just do like 4 billion impressions.
Yes.
Because, like, holy shit, would I use that to my advantage all
Yes.
day.
I can do some voices and some impressions, but I can't do all of them. And you can do some that I can't even do, and I'm like, why am I not able to do the normal ones? But I can do the fucking gingerbread man.
The gingerbread man. It's like a very, like, I mean, you cornered the market on the gingerbread man voice. I don't know
Absolutely.
anyone who does it, so.
It's such a fun voice to do for me too.
It's, like, really on point. The ones that I always end up defaulting to is Mario.
Mario's
Luigi-
easy.
Yeah, Mario's easy.
Mario and Luigi.
Luigi is not as easy as Mario.
Oh,
I would, because I always thought Luigi was pretty easy, and then as quickly came to the realization that none of my friends can do the Luigi voice.
that is true.
And then my favorite by far.
I thought this was a chest
Yeah.
when I was doing the battle.
Nice. My favorite by far though is Christopher Walken.
Christopher
I
Walken.
love doing the Christopher Walken voice.
Oh, he's such a fun
But
voice
it always
to do.
takes me like a minute to get into it because it's kind of because it's not just the voice, it's
the-
the
it's the
weird
attitude.
speech
It's the
inflection
attitude.
yeah, that he has that makes it so fun.
Yes.
It's essentially just like a Jersey accent, but with a really weird inflection on it. Like
Yeah.
that's literally all it is.
You need to time it
Like,
properly.
the timing is just really weird.
I don't even remember what the fuck we're doing in this game.
We're trying to find Boo's door.
Oh yeah, Boo's door.
It looks like some kind of
Wait, who's Boo?
But I do love doing voices. It's just something fun to do.
Agreed. If we could only use our multi-talented voice acting into reading, if it wasn't for some sort of horrendous learning disability that would hurt.
I was talking to somebody. And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm dyslexic," and they're like, "What? You're dyslexic?" And I'm like, "Yes." It doesn't affect how intelligent I am. It just makes it so I can't fucking read.
Did they immediately ask you how to spell cat?
Oh my god. Yes.
Every fucking time.
How do you spell this basic word?
How do you spell this very generic word? How do you spell this very generic word that's been seen a million times? It beats me, dude.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. I used to just...
Yes.
I had someone ask me how to spell great once after that came up, and I was like, GR8, fuck you.
My favorite is to deliberately spell words wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I don't know how to spell. And people are like, oh my god, he doesn't know how to spell.
My favorite is just when people ask me how to spell shit. That's always my favorite one.
Oh, I love doing that. I love doing that.
They'll just be like,
people will be like, how do I spell this? And I'll look at them and I'll be like, did you really just ask me? Me! How to spell it?
Mine's always my go-to is always, oh yeah, sure, ask the dyslexic kid how to spell it. Now it's gonna go great.
Yeah, that is my favorite one to always do to people, because people are like, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. Fucking hell. I like it. Dyslexia doesn't affect how intelligent you are. Well, technically, it kind of does. On a technical level, that's exactly what it does.
So, dyslexia doesn't actually affect IQ, but what it affects is your ability to literally read, which is...
It's a learning disability,
yeah.
So it affects your ability to learn things.
Yeah.
I.e., the ability to read, write, and spell.
Which, oh god, I hate doing it.
So by default, we are technically dumber than the average person at read, writing, and spelling.
I'm dumber than the average bear.
We are what the official terminology for retarded would have been. The official one. The actual textbook definition.
Yeah.
Which is to move at a slower pace than others.
The car.
The tar is retarded to my right. We had a principal explain that to us for like 30 minutes, by the way. What a conversation.
Dude, I remember that. That was interesting.
Yeah, a choice.
A choice.
Yeah, a choice.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's the right word.
It was indeed a choice.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. It's funny, actually, I was looking more and more into that, because it is fascinating how it works. Because essentially, what it is that your brain is just fucking stupid. I think is it the left side or the right side that handles logic? I think it's the left side that handles logic.
I have no
I
idea.
can't remember that off the top of my head. Either way, I think we'll just, for the sake of argument, we'll say the left side controls argument and the right side controls like creativity.
Yeah.
And like artsy shit.
Sure.
So, if you're dyslexic, it's because you have a shitty version of the left brain that can't handle reading and writing. So to make up for it, the right half of your brain makes up for it. So essentially, it's forcing the creative part of your brain to do comprehensive knowledge shit.
Yeah,
which
no,
is why
makes
it's
sense.
which is why it's so much slower and shitter at it.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to do it in the first place.
So this is an entire topic that I feel like I really do want to talk about, but I feel like there's going to be a cutscene.
Yes. You are correct. Also, we're pretty much at the end of this.
Let's just pause it for now.
Alright, we'll pick this up in the next part. We'll see you guys then.